Erickson Lubin upsetting Vergil Ortiz Jr. I'm starting to not feel like, it's possible, because I don't try to make predictions, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like so much energy is put into the next fight. Everybody's talking to Vergil about the Boots fight, and it's like everybody's sleeping on Lubin. So when I watched his interview today on, I think it was Mill City Boxing, it was one of them channels I be following, and he kind of like had me like, damn, man, it's fucked up that you going into a fight and the podcasters, the commentators, everybody's wanting to know about Vergil's next fight, and it's like no one's giving you a chance. So we live in this era where the upsets are happening. I mean, look what happened with the Rolly and Ryan fight. I'm trying to. I'm blanking on some other upsets. But I just feel like Lubin got a chance. He has fought some big names. Yeah, the big names on his resume, he came up short. The Fundoras, the Charlos, but he's got that experience. So Vergil's been in a lot of tough fights. I love who he is as a person, from what we see, who he is as a person, who he shows to the world, But, man, can this be the type of fight that gives him that L? He's had some close ones where, people was questioning, was that his W? Is this going to be one of them great fights tomorrow, Saturday? Well, not tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Friday. So on Saturday, November 8th, is this going to be one of them ones that, we're talking about for at least a week until it dies down and we're on to the next one? So I just want to apologize to the dude, because I feel like, if you check on my Instagram, I'm over here, who you got? Boots and Vergil. Like, I'm not even thinking about Lubin. I'm not even, talking about this guy. And that's just a lack of respect, for what he's put in, the work, the time, the discipline, the dedication, So it's like, man, if I was him, I'd be going into this one like, ready to, man, do my thing, hurt something. I mean, so is it possible for Lubin to get the upset? Of course it's possible. I mean, the odds, I don't know how to read them. They got, Ortiz favored, of course, but I mean, they had Ryan favored in the Devin Haney fight, and we see what happened in that one. So I don't want Vergil to lose, because I wanted him to win because I want to see that Boots fight. But now it's like, I want to see the best man win, and I don't want to be, over here uh, going for one guy because I'm looking forward to a fight that might not even happen. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know what the outcome will be in 2026 if we're gonna get Vergil and Boots. But I I can't guarantee it, but I feel like if Lubin gets that win, we for sure gonna see him in there with Boots because he seems to be the guy that wants to get in there. And Vergil too. Let me not take anything from Vergil. Vergil definitely will get in the ring with anybody, man. That's one thing I love about him as a fighter. He's a throwback fighter. He'll fight whoever you put in front of him. People try to say he ducked Boots at 147, and he ducked. I think it was Tim Zoo. Man, I'm not on here to, you know what I'm saying, talk shit about no dude and say he ducking people. Man, what the fuck? That don't even make sense. Like, this person put all that work in. What the fuck he got to duck another fighter for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a professional. If you don't believe in yourself, then I mean that's on you. But I doubt these guys get to the elite level and then they over here like, oh no, I'm gonna duck him. I think if anything, that falls back on managers, promoters. Those are the ones who are behind the scenes, not believing in their fighters, and you know what I'm saying. Hey, no, you should move to here, and you should. I think that's what it all boils down to. Because when you think about the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight, that came together because they removed the promotional companies. They removed the management and they sat down on the phone and had conversations and talked about what they wanted, how it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So fighters have all these, handlers, and that's where the problems come in. So when ducking, these elite boxers want that smoke, and if anything, like I said, it's their handlers. So, but yeah, can Erickson Lubin upset Vergil Ortiz? I'm like, the way things been going, because that we were supposed to have the Ryan Garcia and the Devin Haney too. Rolly said not on my watch. Not on my watch. So it's like, Erickson Lubin, is that what we gonna see? You know what I'm saying? Like, not on my watch. He took the fight. It's gonna be in Vergil's hometown. It's like everything going against him. But like, shit, Devin Haney went over to Australia to fight Cambosis, you know what I'm saying, and did his thing. So it's like, I think, man, I think it's going to be a great fight. I hope it's going to be a great fight. I really don't. I mean, the Vergil's fighting style, yeah, it's got to be. He's going to bring that. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely look forward to the outcome of this fight, because we're already counting this dude out. So it's like, apologies, man. I'd like to see a great fight, and my father always said, don't count your chickens. You know what I'm saying? Before they hatch. So I mean, I feel like that's what everybody's doing. It's like, hey, they asked Vergil on the interview I watched today. So, what happened with the Boots, and why is that going to be next? Like, and he's over here talking about it, and I get it. He's getting asked these questions, and it's like, shit. You keep getting bombarded with these questions, but he shouldn't have to think about that. And these fucking journalists, whatever the fuck they are, to be. I get you want to have content to be able to, you know what I'm saying, get the numbers. The numbers lead to the money. But at the end of the day, man, this dude needs to be focused on the fight at hand. And that's Erickson Lubin. That's who's in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Now you got his mind focusing on something that, you know what I'm saying? What if it don't even come to fruition? You know, like, what if he's not, you know, like, he don't get the win? Then what? You know, then everybody's gonna be over here, you know, touting and praising Erickson Lubin, and you know he's gonna be like. So I just wanted to put this out before the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying he's gonna get the upset, but that it is possible, and that we are seeing that now in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, let's just hope to see a great fight. Uh, I hope both of these fighters come away, you know, healthy. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They don't leave with any damage. I hope they could go home to their family, you know, in the same way they left their family, you know. And yeah, so November 8th, man, like, will Erickson Lubin get the upset on Vergil Ortiz Jr.? We gonna find out. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, you know, share, all that good shit.